I am Phil Ashton, Associate Dean and Associate Professor of Urban Planning and Policy. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2018 commencement of the College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs at the University of Illinois at Chicago. I kindly ask that if you haven't already, please take a moment to turn off or mute all cell phones or other electronic devices that may detract from the enjoyment of all. At this time, I present to you the administration of the University of Illinois at Chicago and the College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs, our distinguished guests, and the faculty of the college. Please rise. This afternoon's music is provided by the Circle Brass Quintet under the direction of Michael Hogue. Please rise and join the Circle Center Brass Quintet in singing our national anthem. Lyrics may be found on the last page of your commencement program. please be seated. Please welcome Michael A. Pagano, Dean of the College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of UIC, it's my pleasure to welcome you to CUPPA's 2018 commencement. Today we celebrate our 11th undergraduate class, our 39th graduate class of public administration, and our 43rd graduate class of urban planning and policy. To all our graduates, spouses, children, parents, partners, families, and friends, along with faculty, staff, and alumni here, we congratulate you on your accomplishment. So let's give a rousing round of ovation for the graduates. Your achievements are a tribute not only to your perseverance and dedication, but also to your parents, partners, families, and friends, as well as to the people of the state of Illinois, the University of Illinois, UIC, and CUPPA. We recognize the guidance and support that they have afforded you. So, graduates, please join in thanking those who helped get here today and who share your accomplishments. Also here today are many of the great faculty and staff who have guided you along in your academic and professional path of discovery. I would like all of us to acknowledge the crucial role of your faculty members, mentors as well. We are honored today to have several special guests with us. Dr. Michael Amaritis, the Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago. Dr. Susan Poser, Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Our commencement speaker, Jeanette Tamayo, Regional Director of the Economic Development Administration, Chicago Regional Office, U.S. Department of Commerce. Mr. Peter Zubak, Distinguished CUPPA alumnus and President of the CUPPA Alumni Association. Dr. Karen Colley, Dean of the Graduate College. And Dr. Nikos Varelas, the Vice Provost for Undergraduate Affairs. Thank you for joining us in the celebration. I also recognize our commencement marshal, Dr. Phil Ashton, and thank him for his assistance with our ceremony today. Just as this is the beginning for you, it is also for others who will commence a new chapter in their lives. Two faculty members are retiring from UIC. Urban Planning and Policy Professor David Perry, who also directed the Great Cities Institute for 12 years, and Public Administration Professor Tom Snyder. Please stand so you can be recognized. Thank you for dedicated service. I now have the distinct honor of introducing Michael Amaritis, the Chancellor of UIC. Michael Amaritis became the 9th Chancellor of UIC in March 2015. During his tenure to date, UIC established clear priorities for the future, surpassed 30,000 students for the first time in its history, and began an ambitious new phase of construction of much-needed facilities. He has strengthened the university's relationship with the city of Chicago and engaged in an effort to bring greater national and international visibility to UIC. With a background in chemical engineering, Chancellor Amaritis holds degrees from the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki and the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Please welcome Chancellor Michael Amaritis.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the University of Illinois at Chicago Spring Commencement Ceremonies. For those of you visiting us today, I know that this ceremony can be intimidating. We wear these dark robes. We appear to be very serious in our posture, in the way that we speak, in the way that we proceeded down the aisle. You don't know exactly what to make out of all of this. Some of you may be thinking that this looks like a court of law. Some of you may be thinking this looks like a church, and as a result, you don't know what to expect, and you are sitting there being quiet and reserved. Let me assure you that this is a celebration. But as many other things in academia, we are confusing people with the way that we do it, so don't worry about being reserved today. This is your opportunity to show to our graduates how proud you are of them. It's your opportunity to cheer, to clap, to shout, to scream, and find many other ways to demonstrate your intense emotions. Our graduates want you to do this, and although this is a relatively small crowd compared to the other colleges that we had, I know this is a mighty crowd, so let's make sure that they understand exactly how you feel as I say, congratulations, class of 2018. See, this is pretty good, and I can see them now. They're smiling. They're happy about this. Families. Mothers always first, not only this past weekend, but during the whole year. Fathers, brothers, sisters, grandparents, spouses, partners, children, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, neighbors, whoever you are that you are here today, thank you. Thank you for raising your voices. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for everything you have done to support our students. Now let's run the exercise in the opposite way. Let's see how much noise you guys can make as you put your hands together and show your families and your friends that you really care about them. Right, that's good. They're waking up also. This is good. I also want to echo Dean Pagano and thank your professors, your mentors and advisors, and the UIC staff members, the people who help you climb over mountains of papers and walk along long valleys of lectures and exams when you couldn't even see the other side. And trust me, some of this was by design. I want to thank them for what they have done for you and what they have done for many other students of the University of Illinois at Chicago. And please make sure before you leave today to congratulate and thank the person that is sitting next to you. Because we all know that you reached this day together. Your classmates, your project mates, your study groups, your residence hall groups, all the other students who help you by working with you, keeping each other awake before exams, and sometimes, I hope not so frequently, during lectures, and keeping our coffee shops in business. Thank you for doing this. You're all here together as one. Well done. I was in this same building over a month ago, welcoming over 3,000 prospective new students and the family members, a part of the undergraduate class of 2022. And as I was trying to recruit them, I promised them that if they join us at UIC, we will educate them to be excellent citizens and prepare them to be top-notch professionals. I can promise this because I'm confident that this is what you, our graduates of 2018, have received during your academic journey here at UIC. What does it mean to be a top-notch professional in the knowledge-based society and economy of the 21st century? Does it simply mean that you know the facts? If this is all that is required, Siri and Alexa would be the best professionals that we had. And they can't even distinguish between real and alternative facts. I have a hard time also. When I was going to school, we didn't have alternative facts. We knew only of one set of facts. But joking aside, a contributor to the knowledge-based economy knows more than just how to use Google. You as graduates know how to critically analyze and use information. And you understand what is relevant, applicable, and impactful on your professional decisions and your overall career. You use this information to solve problems. That's what Siri and Alexa cannot do. And as important as knowledge is your appreciation and experience of working in teams, sometimes just participating, sometimes leading the team, your understanding and appreciation of diverse perspectives, which always lead to better solutions, and your understanding and appreciation of continuously learning. And finally, you cannot have lasting success, either in your professional or your personal life, without an ethical foundation. And through your professional ethics training, but also through the UIC Code of Conduct, we have reinforced the importance of core ethical principles. Producing and analyzing information, applying it to solve problems, working in teams, continuously learning, and building on a foundation of core values. I'm confident we have given you what you need to succeed in your profession. I'm also confident that we have prepared you to be excellent citizens. And there is a very strong self-interest component in this from us who are a little bit older in age. Because we know that after all, democracies are only as good as their citizens are. This university and its faculty, the people who are sitting behind me, have shown you by example what community engagement means and how you can be an active participant improving the lives of others around you, both during your professional but also your personal lives. We have offered you in practice, every day, a global perspective. Just look around you today in this building and you will see people from all over the world. We have taught you how to be inclusive and to respect others, and we have taught you not to be afraid of other cultures and not to be stuck on labels. And finally, we have shown you by example again, because I know the work that the Kappa faculty members are doing, how to be compassionate and help those who have fallen in hard times and need your support. Locally engaged, globally aware, inclusive and compassionate, and once again, building on a foundation of core ethical principles. I'm also confident we have given you what you need to be excellent citizens. You're ready. You are ready to face the changes and the challenges of this century. You are ready to rally behind important causes and make your voices heard. You are ready to tear down walls and build bridges instead. You are ready. Not too many people like walls these days. Even the civil engineers have some problems with this. You are ready to be at the forefront and to define the future. After all, this is the tradition and the legacy of the University of Illinois at Chicago and its College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs, and I expect that you will honor this tradition and this legacy. Congratulations, class of 2018, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Chancellor. We're honored today to have as our guest speaker Jeanette Tamayo, who serves as the Regional Director of the Chicago Regional Office of the U.S. Department of Commerce's Economic Development Administration, or EDA, which provides grant funds to economically distressed communities and leads economic development initiatives nationally. She joined the EDA in 2009 as Chicago Regional Counsel and assumed the helm as Regional Director in October 2011. Ms. Tamayo also served on the Executive Committee of the Chicago Federal Executive Board and is the immediate past chair. In August 2017, she was selected by the U.S. Office of Personnel Management as the FEB National Chair of the Year. And in 2016, she received the U.S. Department of Commerce's Gold Award for co-leading business process improvements in federal grants. Prior to joining the EDA, Ms. Tamayo held senior executive, legal, and management positions in government and nonprofit agencies. In these roles, she helped revamp public aid programs and make them relevant, working with community colleges to design specialized curricula to help the long-term unemployed and teen parents to transition from public dependency to self-sufficiency through education and job training. She helped organize an experiential educational tour and college lecture to highlight the interrelationship between economic development and developmental challenges faced by low-income communities, as well as another on the economics and trajectory of opioid abuse. As an attorney or board member, Jeanette Tamayo worked with community nonprofit organizations by assisting with matters ranging from new venture formation to establishing new programs or expanding programs. In these various roles, Jeanette Tamayo identified opportunities for transformative change and both legal and programmatic strategies to make a difference. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Latin American Studies with a minor in Women's Studies from UIC, and she was inducted into Phi Beta Kappa. In 1985, she received her Juris Doctor degree from DePaul University College of Law. She is licensed before the Illinois Supreme Court, the Northern District of Illinois, and the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals. Jeanette Tamayo is a native Spanish speaker from Ecuador. Bienvenida and welcome, Jeanette Tamayo.
Good afternoon and congratulations to graduates, family, friends, faculty, and administrators. You've done an exceptional job and are introducing today a great new class of future leaders and innovators to lead us into the 21st century and beyond. I am humbled to be your graduation speaker. Few honors will compare with the opportunity to share in your triumph today. You are an inspiration for the rest of us. As a graduate of this great institution, I've come to understand that learning does not stop when you have that diploma in hand. It's merely the beginning. Like spell check, there's a do-over opportunity in life. Some of it self-correcting, some of it suggested, all of it a chance to choose. And I recommend that you take a chance on yourselves, take risks, and choose hope. Always choose to believe that tomorrow can be better than today, that the dreams and aspirations you have may become reality. The societal metrics for success do not define you. It's the values you hold dear and the hope you represent for your communities that make a difference. Planners, I know you prepare lists and tasks and timelines so that exactly what you plan happens exactly as you planned it. And for those of you future policymakers, you have great, novel, easily implementable ideas. Well, real life is not like that. It's a little messier. My own experience is that every policy and every plan fails in some small way every time. How resilient you are in pushing through is what makes a difference, and it is what defines you, and your hard work is what exemplifies you. Some of you may have faced challenges that seemed insurmountable at the time, and I can look back and appreciate at my own challenges. I myself am an unlikely law school graduate. It happened in first grade when my parents tried to enroll me, having come here as a 6-year-old child from Ecuador. I was rejected. Yes, rejected into first grade. Apparently, back then, you needed to know English to go to school, even if you were going to school to learn English. So I became a very quick connoisseur of TV commercials and knew just enough English to sit in the back of the class to pretend I actually understood what was being said. And by the ripe old age of 7, after having devoured every book I could get my hands on, I was the official family interpreter. At parent-teacher conferences, my teachers all said that I was an excellent student, followed all the rules, did exactly what they asked. And that lasted until my parents started needing my creative translation skills and could do it on their own. But alas, I grew up and I faced rejection again by every law school I contacted. Even though by then I spoke English very well, every single school still rejected me. Apparently, you had to go to college first before you applied to law school. Who knew? So there I went to UIC, and here is where I started my professional career. It was through these same halls that I walked with the hope and the dream of one day being an attorney. It's where I found my voice in English and my commitment to work for low-income communities. Perseverance in the face of adversity, hard work through uncharted waters, commitment to excellence despite the resources, truth regardless of consequence. Those are the life experiences I wish I had planned for, because those are the realities of being in service to community and to others. You will represent clients through challenging times and individuals and communities facing complex situations. But it's through collaboration, creativity, and connectivity that you will find a path forward. Hard work, commitment, and perseverance will provide the means. Hope will carry your spirit. Here are a few things that I learned along the way. Look at those sitting around you. Not only will they remember you as students, they will remember you as professionals. Give them a reason to be proud of your association. Remember that the faculty are your first mentors, and so you too must mentor others. Pay it forward. Every community, every person has a great story. They may not see it because they are not the tourist in their own story. Be the tourist. Find that nugget of gold and help them shine. And remember that customer service is not about paying clients. It's about every life that you touch every day in every way. Be the wise soul who guides others to find common ground. 2, students everywhere are facing the same challenges. They're concerned about the future, worried about failing, worried about falling short. You have a degree from a great institution that tells the world that you will pull it together, and you just need a chance to show it. You have a creative mind and a passion, and others will see that spark and help you. While no one accomplishes anything alone, you alone must shine so others can see that spark. Strive for excellence. Life is as short or as long as you make it. Take your smile from today into tomorrow and make it last 48 hours. You can spend your time dreading the future, rethinking the past, or using today to build a new roadmap for a different tomorrow. It's as important to plan to fail as it is to plan to succeed. Einstein allegedly said that he tried 99 times and it was only the 100th time that something worked. Learn and focus and gain enough skills to power your own innovations. Bloom where you're planted and give yourself permission to succeed. You are industrious, and you've proven that. And there are many opportunities in life when you will be proving that over and over again. I myself was very humbled when I was elected as chair of the Federal Executive Board, in part because I was representing 50 federal agencies, 150 federal offices, and nearly 45,000 federal employees. Honoring our government and how we serve others meant hunkering down to do the hard work of leading federal agencies to work collaboratively, to break down silos, to integrate our work into communities across programs and across agencies. I learned that even if I fall short, the mission never fails. So no matter the complexity, the time required, or the challenge you must carry on. Failure's not an option. And when there is no road to guide you, create your own road. The GPS may start saying, redirecting in a loud and louder voice. Don't worry, you will get where you're going, because your career will never be on autopilot. It will be fueled by the sparks of creativity you provided. My final life lesson, learning never ends. It simply changes. Be open to new adventures, technologies, and partnerships. Take risks and explore what you don't know. The jobs you may hold do not exist today. Pave the way for new generations to make a difference. And rely on some of the pillars that I found in my own career. Keep a moral compass. Choose to do what is right, no matter the cost or the risk. Choose integrity and proudly wear that choice as a badge of honor. You will never be wrong. Find the passion in your life and allow it to be the major that you choose going forward. Working at something you love is not work. It's a scenic Sunday ride, and it will keep you committed and invigorated and engaged. Many times in your life, you will have the opportunity to celebrate great accomplishment, such as those today. Personal and professional triumphs that warm your heart. And you will have other moments when time cannot pass fast enough. In both instances, choose hope. When you look back on today, remember the pride in the eyes and in the voices of your loved ones. Remember how you felt as you walked across the stage. And no matter your future, use that guide and that spirit to continue and help you march forth. Cherish this stage memory. Whether you take the main road or the road less traveled, know that you have everything you need to succeed. You have you and your hard work. Thank you for giving us that gift, for allowing us to share in your accomplishment, for allowing us to have hope in the future because of what you will bring to the table. Family, friends, and faculty, thank you for nurturing these graduates into skilled and talented leaders for our communities here and abroad. Graduates, I can't wait to follow you and see where you will take us next. Felicitaciones en este acontecimiento. Congratulations on this accomplishment.
Thank you. I have something here for you. On behalf of the college, Jeanette, thank you for those nice words of perseverance. And I'd like to add one more note. Jeanette was not able to attend her own commencement from UIC, having had another obligation because she was in law school at the same time, and her mother was unable to attend. Her mother is in the audience. Could she please rise and be honored? There she is.
Will Graduate College Dean Karen Cawley please come forward and present the candidates for graduate degrees to the Chancellor?
Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Would the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy please rise?
Upon these recommendations and by authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the Doctor of Philosophy degree for which you have been recommended and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations to both of you.
You may move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. Please be seated. Candidates for master's degrees, please rise. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degrees of Master of Public Administration and Master of Urban Planning and Policy.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the master's degree for which you have been recommended and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations to all of you.
You may move your tassels to the left side. Congratulations. And please be seated.
Dean Pagano will present candidates for Bachelor of Arts degrees in Public Policy and Urban Studies.
Candidates for the bachelor's degree, please rise. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the Bachelor of Arts degree for which you have been recommended and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to all of you.
You may be seated. Would Dr. Carr and Dr. Nedovich-Budic please proceed to the diploma cover table to distribute diplomas to your department's graduates? And Dr. Ashton, would you kindly introduce our graduates, please?
Recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Administration, please stand and come forward onto the platform when your name is called and face the audience. Your faculty advisor will present the hood that symbolizes your new academic status. Lauren Bowman, recipient of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Administration. Her dissertation is titled Work-Life Balance Policies in the Federal Government. What factors are related to use? Julie A. Langer, recipient of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Administration. Her dissertation is titled Organizational Identity and the Nature of Stakeholder Relationships in the Blended Age of Organizing. Graduates with master's degrees in public administration, please stand and come forward to be recognized. Just wait for a second. Veronica E. Prince. Hu Li Lau. Ziyu Shu. Yilu Wang. Jiaying Chu. Hu Fai Lei. Ludwig Chao. Yuzhen Zhao. Nan Zhu. Shui Shuangfeng. Yue Duao. Yamong Kang. Boya Shang. Max Charles Duelberger. Feng Fei Yu. Yang Song. Yilin Zhang. Seth Fenteng Apau. Star Agus. Yan Lin Lin. Mong Hu Liu. Jinyue Shan. Xiaoxian Zhao. Tiange Zheng. Zhijun Wang. Samir Mushtaba. Tori Cohen Bozeman. Qi Jihan. Wei Sun. Si Chi Wang. Chiang Ma. Yulong Jin. Oe Zhao. Zhao Wanshu. Washelle Holmes. Deborah D. Williams. Sean M. Keene. Jacob Daniel Schultz. Tasani Campbell Williams. Joseph Richard Harney. Yavra Vlacheva. Alice Wende Mawinzi. Susanna Estrada. Aggie Snopek. Heather Marie O'Leary. Kathy Lazinski. Saman Shafiq. Heather A. Nichols. Maria Karen Romero. Boy Luo. Dan Huang. Hong Sui Xiu. Lin Fei Xiao. Ku Yang. And Wen Huan Li. Graduates with master's degrees in urban planning and policy, please stand and come forward to be recognized. Moses, come on, man. What are you waiting for? Moses J. Timlin. Jose Miguel Acosta Cordova. Benjamin Andre Corpus. Jacqueline Guzman. Amber Jean Farrell. Jasmine Renee Gunn. Mark S. Adams. Sasha De La Cruz. Elizabeth Ginsburg. Catherine M. Portillo. Edith Tovar. Sarah R. Ganowski. Mara Vargoff. I am Ciengo. Thomas P. Strauss. Daniel F. Laspada. Joan Marie Pena. Justin Keller. Nicholas Joseph Zettel. Amanda M. Madrigal. Kalindi Parikh. Brian A. Lowenberg. Lucas Kaczynski. Nevada Jawahar. Allison Claire Roberts Tofik. Kristen Marie Hayes. Mateo Vanella. Yuan Yi Xiao. Pochi Chu. Muath Nasser. Catherine Baruki. Maureen Senkir Sullivan. Clara Bechtel. Caitlin Kirk Witherspoon. Ryan Hayes. Haley Woodbridge. Allison Richmond Porton. Jacob Fulton Fansler. And Zachary Allen McNeely. Graduates with the Bachelor of Arts degrees in Public Policy, please stand and come forward to be recognized. Ryan Walsh. Austin Jaime Zamudio. Evelyn Claudia Rocha. Eric Castellan. Stephen Kobina Yarne. Graduates with the Bachelor of Arts degrees in Urban Studies, please stand and come forward to be recognized. Rachel Sokowski. Kathleen Mueller. Diana Martinez. Yasmin Elaga. Lawrence Austin. David Steiner. Kevin Thomas Duggan. Samuel George. Fabiana Zavala. And Dominic Joseph Belcaster.
Again, congratulations on behalf of the entire college and university. Many of you have demonstrated exceptional academic achievement or leadership as students, and now I'd like to recognize the recipients of our two departments' Professional Association Awards. I ask each of you to stand and be recognized. Max Duhlberger and Saman Shafiq, the Public Administration Department. They are the recipients of the American Society for Public Administration's Dean Eitel Outstanding Graduate Student Award, and Jasmine Gunn, Department of Urban Planning and Policy is the recipient of the Outstanding Planning Student Award from the American Institute of Certified Planners. Congratulations. In addition to these awards, I'd like to recognize the following students who would stand for their exceptional academic achievement as designated by the gold, silver, and bronze cords they wear. These are the Latin honors. Those who graduated, these are undergraduate awards for summa cum laude with a grade point average of 3.9 or higher. Austin Zamudio, Lawrence Austin, Yasmin Aliga, Dominic Marlowe, and David Steiner. Congratulations. Thank you. Those with a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.74, designated the Cum Laude Award, are the following. Please stand. Eric Castellan, Rachel Chakowski, Samuel George, Diana Martinez, and Kathleen Mueller. Thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge those who have flown quite a journey to be here for the graduation of their children or friends from China. There was a large contingent of Chinese MPA students, and we welcome everyone here to our reception after this event today. In addition to these awards, it gives me great pleasure this year to present CUPPA's Silver Circle Award recipient. Great teachers are the heart of a great university. They inspire and they lead. The University of Illinois at Chicago annually recognizes its great teachers. With this award, the student of UIC honor those who have taught us with distinction. I'm honored to present the Silver Circle Award to Public Administration Assistant Professor Michael Siciliano. Michael, please come forward. Dr. Siciliano joined the Public Administration Department in 2012. His current research interests are interdisciplinary and center on the policymaking and administrative implications of human and interorganizational networks. He investigates the factors influencing network formation, as well as the effect of social structure on individual and collective behavior, decision-making, and performance. So again, congratulations to Michael Siciliano. Would Provost Poser and Vice Provost Varelas come forward to present this year's award for academic advising?
Good afternoon. Another factor of student success at UIC comes in the form of the university's academic advisors. These are the individuals who guide students on their journeys of which courses to take when and with what professors. These are the individuals who are generally in the background, gently guiding students to graduate. They are also the ones who listen and sort out issues or concerns, mostly academic, but sometimes much more than that. And each day they make a little bit of magic happen to solve a problem or to celebrate an accomplishment. We want to recognize one such individual in CUPPA, Sharon Hayes of the Public Administration Department. Got a little more to go. Sharon is this year's recipient of the Provost's Excellence in Undergraduate Advising Award, and obviously very well deserved. The award was established to acknowledge excellence, commitment, and dedication of professional advisors of undergraduate students at UIC, and Sharon Hayes does just that. Sharon joined CUPPA in 2007 as an hourly worker. Prior to that, she worked in fashion and costume design around Chicago for 4 years after receiving her Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. We are indeed grateful for Sharon's dedication to our students. She consistently puts students first in her daily routine and is at their side for anything they need. Thank you, Sharon.
Commencement implies a transition from being a student to that of being an alumnus or an alumna. It's a member of an ever-growing constituency of CUPPA alumni who play an important role in furthering educational opportunities for others and advancing the mission and objectives of the college and the university. CUPPA is indeed fortunate to have many, many committed alumni. This morning, one of these distinguished graduates, Peter Zubak, the president of the CUPPA Alumni Association Board of Directors, is with us. He graduated with an MPA in 2002 and is the city forester for the city of Chicago. Peter?
Thank you, Dean Pagano. For everyone to know, I'm welcoming you yet again. It's my pleasure to do that, but if you don't feel welcome by now, I don't know what else to do for you. Dean Pagano and I go way back. He was my professor for budgeting when I started back in 2001-ish. So we have a little bit of history. But welcome once again, no matter how many times it's been. My name is Peter Chubak. I'm the current president of the University of Illinois College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs Alumni Association, fondly referred to by many as the UIC Cuppa Alumni Association for short. I had the distinct pleasure of congratulating you once again, imparting wisdom to you, informing you, and inviting you to continue your connection with this institution as the next phase of your lives begin. They ask what I do this in a timely manner, but I assure you it'll only take about 45 minutes or so. The final act of your formal college education, graduation, at the very least, congratulations are in order. A well-deserved nod of my head, tip of my proverbial cap, salute to such a wildly awesome achievement, your commencement, that you have worked so hard and long to achieve is finally here. You thought that day would never arrive, a day that your parents' pocketbook could never, ever imagine arriving is finally here. So sit back, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Now pinch yourself and realize that life is just beginning and your transition to what we hope as a productive member of society is about to begin. It's not the end, it's the beginning, and you notice a theme in most of the speeches given today. Commencement is a time to celebrate all of your hard work. It is a time to reflect on all that the university has provided with great experiences, awesome opportunities, tremendous knowledge, not to mention maybe a 15 extra pounds or so for those guys over there. It's a time to be thankful, and when we reflect, it's an overwhelming experience that you can take everywhere you go and be better for it. The one question that remains is, what are you going to do with all of that? Many of my personal accomplishments in life have been built upon a foundation solidified by both a Bachelor of Agricultural Sciences from UIC or UIUC in Chambana, and then again my Master's of Public Administration in 2002 from UIC in Chicago. I traveled to South Africa where I rode an ostrich and worked at Walt Disney World where I killed mosquitoes because of my education and experiences at this university. I joined the Bureau of Forestry where I currently manage all the parkway trees throughout the city of Chicago because of an internship opportunity provided to me by this educational institution. I often regulate professional boxing and mixed martial arts in this very venue on Friday and Saturday nights, as I moonlight with the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. At the urging of a fellow classmate, I was inducted into the UIC Alumni Association, where I met my wife, and I'm proud to say that we will celebrate our one-year anniversary 2 weeks from today, May 28th. Thank you. I hope that my tale resonates with each of you, and I hope that it inspires you. Most importantly, I hope your personal story can be written in a similar fashion with the same pride, fondness, and love for the remarkable university just as mine has. It's my sincere hope that you will find a way to productively use what has been given to you. But more importantly, my hope is that you will embody the spirit of the university. Hold our institution's core values in your heart and share these gifts with others. As you share these gifts, I hope that the lessons, knowledge, and courage you have gained while studying here shine through to those around you. And you can be the basis for great change and inspiration, leading our change into the future. The Cuppa Alumni Association is not the largest UIC alumni association, but it is the most active. We were founded in '97 as an initiative offering educational and career development opportunities to alumni, current students, and faculty. We organize all types of events and activities for the informal sharing and exchange of information. For example, later this month on May 30th, our Alumni Association will be touring the Illinois International Port District. I think this will be an eye-opening experience that sheds light on the nation's fourth coast. Out of curiosity, can anyone in the audience tell me what the three coasts are? It's east, west, and what's the third one? It often gets everybody. It's the Gulf Coast. So we're going to explore the nation's fourth coast. Other examples of events include a tour of Graceland Cemetery, where the late, great Marshall Field is buried, a Devil in the White City tour, which takes us around the city looking at historical sites where notorious murders were rumored to be occurring. We did a backstage tour of the Lyric Opera of Chicago, which I found personally very fascinating. We do other networking events, speaking engagements, all the way to resume review and mock interviews. Our association covers it all. One of our finest programs is the Mentor Program, where proteges develop enhanced valuable tools and skills at the tutelage of a mentor. Our Alumni Association's Creme de la Creme event is our annual Jim Merrick Appreciation Award. It is held in the intimacy of a board member's home, where we recognize an individual or a group for being an outstanding member of the community, for their dedication to the fields of urban planning and public administration, and for their contributions to the development of the college's students and alumni. Before 2010, our award was just known as the Cuppa Alumni Appreciation Award. In November of 2010, our board voted unanimously to rename the award to the Jim Merrick Alumni Appreciation Award. Jim retired from Cuppa after 29 years of service to the university, its students and alumni. He passed unexpectedly in August of 2010, but our Alumni Association remembers his spirit and charisma, his kindness and his generosity, and his selflessness. I encourage all of you to emulate and mimic these characteristics, as these are the characteristics that truly embody the spirit of the university, the soul of our college, and the decency of humankind. Let us all follow Jim's excellent example. I invite you to continue your journey, remain connected to the university and your college by becoming active board members in the UIC Cuppa Alumni Association. I would like to invite you to join us on our next tour, May 30th. This is the part where you guys take out your phone and document all these dates so you can join us. No, but in all seriousness, our next board meeting is August 21st. It's a Tuesday. You're all welcome. If you'd like more information on joining, you can feel free to visit the World Wide Web and just Google UIC Cuppa Alumni Association. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you there at the next board meeting. I know you're all saddened to hear my conclusion is about to begin, and I'll be wrapping things up, but I'm sure you didn't think I was going to live up to my 45-minute expectation. So thank you so much for allowing me to share my story with you today. Thank you for allowing me to inform you about our Alumni Association, what we do, what we are all about. The Alumni Association appreciates all the support that the Dean and the college provide, and we hope that the Alumni Association can reciprocate in mutually beneficial way for all our alumni to benefit. I wish all of you, especially the graduates, the best regardless of your endeavors, provided they're legal, of course. Do not be strangers and keep in touch. You can easily achieve this by actively participating in the UIC Cuppa Alumni Association. 4 quick pieces of advice before I depart, and I expect you all to take notes on this section. Do your best at all times. Do the right thing at all times. Fear no one, and always be kind. Make this university and your college proud of you. I know that you will, and thank you. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you very much, Peter. We now have two student speakers whom I want to introduce. I'm going to start with the first one, whose name is Max Duhlberger. Let me tell you a bit about Max as he's making his way up the stairs here. Max Duhlberger has built his career around public service. His first job out of college as an undergraduate was working for the Wisconsin State Legislature, seeking to effect change to benefit working class people. Later, Max moved to Chicago and started working for the Illinois Department of Veterans Affairs, and he now works as a manager at the Illinois State Treasurer's Office, where he leads the office's Corporate Responsibility Program. With his MPA degree in hand, Max says he's ready to go all in and run for mayor. So vote Max.
Howdy! Howdy! All right, friends, comrades, children of the earth, parents, students, teachers, eggheads of all sorts, captains of industry, titans of the public sector, PhDs, masters, bachelors, bachelorettes, public administrators, and last but not least, urban planning nerds who wish they were public administrators. That's right. Hello, and welcome to your graduation. Soak it in. I want to start off by apologizing in advance for swearing. Just kidding. I'll keep it clean. I'll keep it clean. I got married about 2 years ago, and during my wedding speech, my language was very colorful. I can't really remember what I said. I was drinking a lot of Dr. Pepper. But afterwards, my friends told me that I said, "What the beep am I doing? Marriage is a beep, and a complete and total beep. It's a beep, beep, and beep." Yeah, my wife's actually here today. Don't worry, honey. I'm just joking around. I love being trapped. I mean married. Just kidding. So, what can I say that you don't already know? What can I say that'll make you feel more resolved, more hopeful, and happier as a human being on this fine planet? Wait, I just got a text. Holy meatballs, Donald Trump just resigned from office. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Because he got caught sexting with Putin. Wow, that is wild. Well, so, when they asked me if I wanted to give the commencement speech, you know what I said? Are you crazy? You were gonna give me a microphone? That's like asking a lion to watch your kids for the night. It's risky. I mean, come on, guys, do your research. Isn't that what you guys do for a living? Research? Come on. I kid. But look at us, sitting here in these ridiculous outfits. When are we going to phase out this funky tradition? I mean, come on, we look like we're at a wizard convention. All I need is a pair of glasses and a magic wand, and I'm Harry Potter. Yeah. And with these silly outfits, you never really know what anyone's wearing underneath. I don't even want to know how many of you are loosey-goosey under there. I'm looking at you, Dean Pagano. But really, students, aren't you going to miss UIC? Maybe just a part of you? You know, that part of you that enjoys self-inflicted pain and suffering, right? PA students, aren't you going to miss Dr. Schneider's tests? You know, the ones with the mystery questions on topics you haven't learned yet? God, those were great. I'll miss those. And it's great to be here with the urban planning students. Round of applause for those guys. Urban planning students, we always thought of you guys as the ugly stepchildren of the program, but in a good way. You're so cute with your geographic information systems and your other computer games. Hey, urban planning students, Google called. They said GIS technology is whack. Yeah, it's outdated. It's no good anymore. In fact, they're actually looking for graduates with a degree in rural planning. I know, you guys really messed up on that one. I kid. But as much as I'd love to keep digging into my friends in the urban planning program, maybe we should get serious for a moment, right? I mean, these speeches are supposed to inspire you, to stimulate you to action, and to help your grandpa get a head start on his afternoon nap. So, what have we accomplished? So we've attained a degree. And what is a degree? Well, it's really something we just made up. Sure, it shows we've undergone a certain experience, but it's really just a symbol, a form of cultural capital. We're still the same strange monkeys fiddling about with our self-important titles, crazy technology toys, and our long list of social problems. And that may be the silver lining. We humans are extremely social animals, and therefore something like a degree gives us a little more social status, and we can use that status for many ends. A lot of people use it to make more money, or gain more respect, or a greater sense of confidence. And I'm not condemning that. Money, respect, and confidence have their place in this world of ours. But I will say the world does need some fine public administrators and urban planners right about now. Our challenges are huge and many. Segregated schools, segregated neighborhoods, segregated lives, police violence, over-policing, police discrimination, generational poverty, extreme economic inequality, racism, sexism, classism, ableism, anti-Semitism, heteronormativity, Islamophobia, immigrants' rights, workers' rights, voter rights, women's rights, LGBTQ rights, climate change, the prison system, no universal health care, guns, guns, guns everywhere, hyper-consumerism, hyper-nationalism, corporate greed, the opioid epidemic, media that keeps us docile and complacent, politicians that divide and conquer, war, nuclear war, militarization, militarized schools, mass surveillance, and all this in the richest, most powerful nation in the world. So yes, indeed, our world desperately needs talented and passionate public administrators and urban planners. I'll end with a quick quote from Joseph Pulitzer. This was his advice for journalists, but I think it applies to all of us here. Always fight for progress and reform. Never tolerate injustice or corruption. Always fight demagogues of all parties. Always oppose privileged classes. Never lack sympathy with working class people. Always remain devoted to the public good. Always be drastically independent. And never be afraid to attack wrong. And I'll add two more things. Don't take crap from anyone, and don't forget to brush your teeth twice a day. Thank you, and enjoy.
If you'd like to hear a repeat of that, I'll be introducing Max at Second City tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Our next speaker is Joa Marie Pena. She's graduating with her master's in urban planning and policy. A bit on Joa Marie. Originally from Florida, Jo moved to Chicago to continue learning about urban spaces and to finally experience all 4 seasons, although we only have 2 in Chicago. She is passionate about planning and policy topics related to climate resilience, land use, and livability. She's researched planning topics as an undergraduate intern at the Urban Transportation Center, an environmental team intern at the Hillsborough County Planning Commission, as a research assistant at CUPPA under Dr. Kate Lowe, and most recently as a planning advisory service research intern at the American Planning Association. She's also served as a teaching assistant for principles of urban sustainability under Dr. Elizabeth Koch at UIC. She served as the first-year representative for UPSA in 2016-17, then as president during the 2017-18 academic year. While she's grateful for a positive experience at CUPPA, she's looking forward to entering the world of planning and implementing some of the strategies she studied over the past few semesters. Jo.
Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to all of the graduates and families who are joining us today. Today is a special occasion where we imagine what the future holds in store and we reflect on our experiences. I was feeling a little uncertain about the topic I'm going to talk to you all about today, but I think it's very timely, and I hope that you will appreciate the message. I once held an internship where I felt out of place way long ago. I'd never worked in a building so tall or in an office so big. This was my first time working on a project in the world of planning, and to me, the stakes were high. There, I met a planner who was growing tomatoes on his windowsill in an office on the 18th floor. I learned this one day when I stopped by with a question and saw 2 ripe tomatoes hanging off a vine. He explained the care that he had taken to grow them, including hand-pollinating the flowers with a paintbrush and carefully adjusting water and sunshine to encourage the plant to bear fruit. I'd never seen anything like this plant, and maybe it showed, because he picked the 2 tomatoes right off of the vine, and he gave them to me right before lunch. At Kappa, we've had classes where we talk about community, about the importance of building connections. For many of us students, we talked about community building and a lot of these other topics in Dr. Lowe's planning theory class. We build on this piece on every course, engaging in conversations about equity and access and capacity building. This, of course, is central to Kappa's mission of promoting just, resilient, and livable communities. We also have people among us today who practice cultivating meaningful relationships on a day-to-day basis. These are the folks that you meet and they make you feel right at home. Our students practice this during the semester, celebrating each other's successes and providing a listening ear when needed. These moments of connection build our resilience during times of challenge and encourage us to feel like a part of something bigger than ourselves. This is not to say that cultivating a sense of community is easy or a simple endeavor. Many of us choose to study and to work to create better urban systems because we recognize that the issues we experience need to be addressed from multiple perspectives. Consider today's political climate and both current and historic instances of oppression, of violence. There are problems that we face that are larger than life, larger than our own timelines, and for those that shape our everyday experiences, we must have hope that we have the tools to make the world a better place. So what can we do to create positive change through those relationships? The first step is to slow down and to look for opportunities for connection. Then, let's be mindful of our headspace going into different interactions. What can we bring to each conversation? And finally, I encourage you to take the first step over and over again. As we prepare to engage and work with others, whether it be with communities or coworkers or fellow graduates, I encourage you to look for opportunities to share your own tomatoes. We have dedicated years of our time refining skills in school, and we will learn additional skills on the job. Let's not forget the importance of building meaningful relationships with those around us in hopes of creating better places, including the communities that we will partner with. It starts with one-on-ones, it starts with finding common ground, and in some instances, it starts with sharing a tomato. So, Max, I might have one in my purse for you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Joanna. Just a footnote to her presentation, and under Joe's presidency here in Kappa, the organization UPSA got awarded a National Planning Student Organization by APA for best practice, so congratulations again. Well, most of you began your journey at least 2 years ago, and some started at UIC some 4 years ago, and some just last year. Once upon a time, at the start of your journey, it was a time when, well, it was a very different time, to say the least. So this is a story about perseverance and hope, and it's an apology. All of you who graduated today have been told for at least 3 years, if not longer, that if you could just be patient, a wonderful study area would be open to the lower level of the newly renovated Kappa Hall. Remember? 2 years ago, we received the architect's rendering of the new space, and it did look beautiful. A year and a half later, construction and renovation began. You remember that too. During your tenure as a student, you have entered through a doorway with a canopy over it. It was installed in 2009, and it was removed for the first time just last fall. And with mighty machines all around the building, a hard hat zone with cranes, trucks, backhoes, workers on virtually every floor repairing walls, floors, ceilings, and then it ended with carpeting and painting. And well, your expectations were high, as were mine. You also recall that CUPPA staff prepared for a grand opening of the students' study space last August, then October, and then, well, we promised January. And finally, after what seemed to be, most of us, to be a very long time, and to you was your entire student career at UIC, the lower level was formally opened and ready to be used with only 3 weeks left for you as a student. You finally could enjoy what was promised and what you had hoped for. Your perseverance and persistence paid off, didn't it? Good things come to those who wait, or at least for the next class of students. Whether you were with us for 2 years or for most of the undergraduates for 4 years, you've also witnessed monumental changes in the civic affairs of this nation, state, and city. For most of you, however, you not only witnessed, but you experienced the effects of behaviors that defy notion of civility, deliberation, and discourse. You experienced the effects of actions and words that do not resonate with the democratic spirit of this nation. You experienced pernicious effects of mob psychology and behavior. And yet, here you are, still prepared to improve the efficiency and effectiveness and equity of government services and of nonprofit organizations. Here you are, still motivated to design healthy neighborhoods and communities. Here you are, still passionate about your resolve to make a better community and a better society and a world that your children, when they walk across this stage, can say, "Thank you for caring about me and my sisters and brothers," whether from here or from there. Your hope and optimism for a better future energizes those of us who are your elders, and you motivate us. Because of your faith in community, justice, and the value of public service, the future is bright, although the path may not be short. A better America and a better world will, with you as its leaders, be a reality someday soon. This, then, too, is our collective story about perseverance and hope and resistance. I invite you to return and tell your stories. When you return, you'll find a college that will continue to be the envy of its peers. You'll find that when urban problems and government challenges need addressing, CUPPA is the first place to find answers. And you will return, you'll be back to the future, for you've seen it because you studied at the college that's dedicated to dreaming about and making a better future, a future of just, resilient, and livable communities. Please return. Please let us know how to do what we do better together. Come back often, contact us, engage us, and be persistent with hope and resist. Congratulations, class of 2018. You do make us proud. Thank you.
At the conclusion of this morning's ceremony, all graduates and their guests are invited to join Dean Pagano and the college faculty at a reception and showcase of our students' research and final projects in the Student Services building just across Racine Street from the pavilion. Graduates will exit the main floor by rows after the platform party has retired from the stage. We ask families, friends, and faculty to meet your graduates at the reception. Professors Carr and Nedovich-Budic, please lift the banners and lead the platform party. The 2018 commencement of the College of Urban Planning and Public Affairs at the University of Illinois at Chicago is now adjourned.